Yeah.
Just cut the door.
Yeah. Well, it's been
Huh.
about several months now.
7 months.
I New England, I mean Northeast. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we give all praises to the Heavenly Father,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who do well. And as always, we give peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, Great Millstone Dallas back another Tuesday through the Holy Spirit. All right, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we still are in our right mind. We still believe. All right, we haven't turned from the mission. Ultimately walking down the path of the straight gate. All right, praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and that's what we're here to uplift. All right, the Most High God Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai, who is our mediator, our high priest, and our way back to the Father in these latter days via the Holy Spirit, which only can be obtained, all right, through the blood of Yahweh Shai. The death, burial, and resurrection is at the forefront of our ministry. Yahweh Shai's sacrifice, and that sacrifice alone is our only way back to immortality and perfection. All right, and through that blood, not only are our sins covered, but as we walk through this path of the straight gate, we have hope, a hope outside of, the hope of this world and what people, believe and what they deem to be true, all right, which makes us holy, which makes us set apart in the sense that we're hoping for a righteous eternal kingdom under Yahweh Shai, who's going to establish the throne of David here on earth, man. Who else is hoping for that? You talk to, people who even go to church, their concept of heaven is people either floating around. Now they're flirting with the idea of heaven or the kingdom being set up on earth. But when you go to what it entails, all right, servitude, okay, the law, statutes, and commandments being the standard of how the earth is going to be ran, they think that's a bit too far-fetched. But then you look at Esau's world, which is totally going backwards, decrepit. Your government is being found out to be absolutely wicked, wretched, nasty, freaky. All of this stuff coming out on Trump as it ties to Epstein is pure nasty, man. There was a point where they had a room full of underage girls, and it was just them two. So they were going all the way. Just them two, ain't no other freaky Edomite, yellow teeth bastard coming out of the closet, and just two of them two were about fucking 30, 40 girls, man. Just imagine, you kiss the tip, you kiss the tip. Just a big freak party. And this is the government, these are the people you're voting for. All right? Whether you go left or right is completely nasty. Barack Obama's talking about all all so-called black young men should have a gay mentor in their life.
Foolishness.
These are your leaders, man. Joe Biden, look at that fiasco. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, all of them are off and anti-Messiah, man.
Yep.
So the Lord has given us a hope outside of the hope of this world, man, and the expectation of this world. Because as it stands, we're starting to notice this is really bad. Yep. the condition of the earth is really bad, man. As we walk down the straight gate and as we gain more wisdom, all right, as the scriptures say, he who increases in, get that? He who increases in wisdom, increases in sorrow. Things become, more and more heightened in the spirit to you. You become more sensitive to the elements. The things that you see around you, you start to, and even your everyday living condition, you're like, this is really bad. You really gonna have to go to work till you in your 80s, 70s, 80s, like this is it? Then you get a pension. If that. Okay, you get a little life insurance from your mom or your dad passing away, but that goes away. Yeah. This is really it.
Right.
You got to focus more on health, Because the food is that much more destructive. Not that you shouldn't focus on health, but you gotta go even harder. Which in a world like this, it can become a strain. Like, God damn.
Yep.
But it's a must.
That's right.
Yeah, the Lord gave us the wisdom, so we gotta apply it in every aspect of our life.
Right. That's likening to putting wisdom on as chains, as fetters. What's that in Sirach? Put her on as chains. But get that in Ecclesiastes, and then we'll flow through the Spirit.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I'll start at verse 17. It says, "And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly."
So we tap into wisdom, but through that, now you're noticing madness and folly. Because wisdom guides you to what is right. So the way you've been living and what you see is going to automatically become wrong. Okay, and King Solomon actually tapped into that folly. See? Read that again.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 17. It reads, "And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is vexation of spirit."
It's a vexation of spirit. You learn, you get wisdom, but then you have to pay attention to, the wickedness that's going on in this world. It's a toiling of the mind. Because a lot of it is BS and madness, especially what's going on with the government.
Yeah.
It's all one big psyop and distraction, but at the same time, the Lord is working.
Right.
But there comes a point where it's a strain on your mind. Like, this is just wicked. Like, what is it? Like, okay, the talking point of children just being taken and trafficked is just on the news and ain't nobody tripping. And then your president, years ago, he was saying, well, yeah, we got to get this. We got to get Epstein. He's a monster. Now he's like, nigga, why are you bringing that Epstein shit up?
Yeah.
And all kind of files and videos are coming out how they were kicking it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're talking about pushing it back, I believe, to take a vote on it until September as well. So we know something's going to ensue between now until then, more BS.
Right.
And then they think they're going to continue to bury that under the rug.
Right, showing you how wicked they are. Knowing that this list, which that kind of marginalizes what Esau's really doing. All right, you think, oh, everything's tied to Epstein. That's just one nigga. It's a beast system.
Yeah, let's talk about the judge who had that weirdo shit going on in Philadelphia, I believe, years ago. Had sexual favors for with men, with basically defendants. Jake, who was locked up, sexual favors, exchanging sexual favors for lesser time, possibly.
Right.
Just wicked, bro.
Wicked. Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's running mate, years ago, he got popped drinking animal semen. He got sick from consuming too much animal semen, man.
God.
It's a bunch of creeps. See? But at the same time, they got people in such a web of darkness that people just kind of get on you for trying to be righteous.
Right.
People are very shocked by how well mannered and how brothers carry themselves. We're a representation of how Mashiach.
But when they hear the doctrine, it's kind of like you're hateful, you're the problem, the Hebrew Israelites, you're preaching like love and this and like.
But they'll be the first ones to swing at you, spit at you, curse you out, call you out your name.
Yeah. Full of catfish. Go ahead.
Back in Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow."
Right, you increase with knowledge, all right, then the trade-off is hell. With wisdom, the trade-off is a straight gate. Because now you're bound to apply that wisdom. So you're not free to do as you will anymore. Now you're held accountable to the wisdom you have.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And it's a fight, but this is what we have to endure.
That's right.
Through the Holy Spirit. Now, what did I ask for?
17.
So that's about just what I say.
But it was something else I said.
Yeah, he
after
asked
that.
for
God damn.
Yeah.
Paris Times?
Hell no. Maybe somebody on the con. We old in the mother. We should have stretched before we started. But so you Sirach,
Yes,
put her
sir.
on as fetters.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
I just remember, that's why I thought you said Sirach.
Right, put her on his fetters. It's in the book of Sirach, the I believe the 27th or 20 or 6th chapter. But you just type in fetters. Put on wisdom as fetters and chains, because basically wisdom is a burden
Okay, yeah.
in a world like
6 and
this.
6 and 12 now.
Yeah, but it's started a good point in that chapter.
Started 24 on down.
Yeah.
Well, even that can start up a little bit. About 22.
Yeah.
Want me to read?
Yeah.
This Sirach, Ecclesiastes Sirach chapter 6 and verse 22. It reads, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifested unto many."
Sophia, faithful woman. You know, the Lord knows men love women, so he gave you the greatest helpmeet, all right, you know, in the form of a wisdom. Sophia, okay, builds you up, right? Does everything that a woman's supposed to do, but in the spiritual sense, and is faithful. Okay, it's not so you don't get tired of this woman after you know, you keep going. Now, right now, there are, you know, rough bouts, you know, that come with it, but ultimately, wisdom is according to her name. And she is not manifest unto many. What you're seeing with all these Israelites, the wickedness and the confusion that they're bringing out, it's the lack of access to wisdom. The Lord only gave them so much, okay, so that they can be judged. Go ahead.
Back in the Ecclesiastes Sirach chapter 6 and verse 23, it says, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel."
And that's contained throughout the whole volume of the book. Yes, we received the 613 laws, but the whole volume of the book is the law. And the mindset centered around it is obedience. Okay, being in the spirit. All right, doing what's right. Go ahead.
Verse 24, it says, "And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chains."
So you have to put your feet into her fetters. So you become a prisoner to Yahweh Shai. You become a prisoner to wisdom. You become a prisoner to what you now have been opened up to. Noah became a prisoner to the fact that a flood was coming. He became a prisoner to the will of the Lord, and he acted upon it. But you don't think he was tempted? Like, I want to live my life.
Right.
But the fetters restrict you from going over there and doing all of that extra stuff. The fetters keep you in subjection to the mission. See that? And this is what we've been called into. You see, and people, you know, the simplicity in Yahweh Shai is the greatest example of how to do this. The simplicity in Yahweh Shai, and you see camps ain't interested in that.
Yeah.
But now you're starting to see the fact that they lack wisdom.
Yeah.
All of these camps who boasted in themselves, boasted in the law, didn't uplift Yahweh Shai, don't talk about his resurrection, but talk about what they gonna do and this and this and that. You're starting to see the world. You know, don't worship him. Like if Yahweh Shai walked towards you right now in his heavenly body, you wouldn't bow to him. That's what Jay said. We wouldn't bow to him. Bro, if you seen a regular angel, you go. He might tell you to get up, but your first reaction is gonna be to fall. Like, oh shit.
Abraham knew that. When the angel came, when he came and talked to him, he started worship. He looked at the angel like,
No, you're talking about Joshua. Joshua.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Joshua, the 5th chapter, I believe. He, the angel, which that was Yahweh Shai,
Right.
came to him before they were getting ready to enter into the promised land. He was like, man, he worshiped him. And
Yeah.
the angel didn't tell him to stop. The angel didn't stop him because he said, I'm the chief of the heavenly host. That was Yahweh Shai. He came down to visit him before they went into the promised land. But he bowed to him. So Jake is saying, I wouldn't bow to Yahweh Shai. It's like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Not spiritual.
Niggas bowing to Hoover Crip.
Yeah,
Niggas,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're paying homage to Crip niggas with Yahweh Shai. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. So the Lord is now showing you, when the scriptures say it's going to be made manifest who am I chosen, that's starting now, too. Through the plagues and through what's happening in the earth, you're starting to see Jake shifting. They trying to put far off the evil day. They're getting more proud. They trying to ignore the elephant in the room in the MOTB. You see, they don't want to glorify Yahweh Shai. Going into the MOTB is glorifying Yahweh Shai. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
That's only saying, look what our power said he was going to do and he doing it. That's the purpose of that. It ain't to act as if we just some great, I found some great article, I'm this great nigga. No, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai foretold that through John the Revelator.
Right.
And it's happening.
Right.
So it's like, wow, to me, it's like, bro. And then how they're scheming to bring it about, I'm into it. I like it. That's my comfort in this world.
Right.
But the exchange is hell too.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, quickly, because like I say, we have to pay homage to Yahweh Shai, you know, because through him, that's how we receive, you know, our heavenly reward. This is Wisdom of Solomon 9:4. It says, "Give me wisdom that sitteth by thy throne, and reject me not among thy children." So, like I said, with that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it comes through Yahweh down through Yahweh Shai. All right, unto us. All right, because what Yahweh Shai, like you say, we wouldn't be able to receive the salvation if it wasn't for Yahweh Shai. So we have to pay homage. We bow to him because, like I said, in John 17, he goes into that. 15 through 17. You know, going to they are thine and thou art mine. So Yahweh Shai received the elect when he laid his life down.
Right, he brought his friends back so they can receive that inheritance.
Yep.
That's why we're called the church is the purchased possession, man. He purchased us back to the Most High through his blood.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's kind of like I was looking over something over the weekend. Like when you look up that word victim, it comes from the Latin victima, and that's a sacrifice. So these people, like the only true victims are men of the Lord.
Right.
It's only an animal sacrifice or a living creature sacrifice to a deity. So that whole victim mentality is a different aspect too, because those guys like to jump off on the deep end and hit you with the woe is me. Y'all niggas ain't even victims because y'all clearly ain't showing signs of being men of the Lord. You know, you've indulged so much in this world while you were in the truth, you know, and you more than likely took the bag. Something happened.
Something's weird.
Yeah, something's weird.
It's getting very eerie and creepy with these guys. It's like, why? And they're just popping up in the middle of nowhere with a weird doctrine that really is convoluted. There's a lot of gray areas. It's weird. It's like, why are you doing this?
Now you don't rock with the brotherhood pretty much. You don't rock with camps now. You know, Jake is just weird, man.
Nasty.
Back in Ecclesiastes Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 24, it says, "And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain."
So it's a human servitude. Prisoners of hope, or prison of Yahweh Shai. Okay? We entered into the Lord's, spiritual army.
Yeah.
So you put wisdom on as chains, and you put it on as fetters, so it restricts you.
Yeah.
Wisdom restricts you from doing your own will. Wisdom restricts you, all right, from straying off from the simplicity in Yahweh Shai. It keeps you on the straight and narrow path. And it's an investment because sometimes the flesh is made to enjoy.
Yep.
The flesh, all right, that's the fight, The flesh is made to, enjoy, relax, have pleasure. Bust a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? This is what the earth was really made to do and judge. But we're in a situation where we're fighting for something, so we can't give in to those temptations all the time. Now you're gonna, you're a man, you're a human being, you go do what you do. But if you get too tied into it, you can then look at the fetters as this is a burden, man. Fuck.
Become unpleasant to you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen men fall to that flesh, man.
Yeah.
The temporal, satisfaction that comes with this world, man. It could be food, it could be women, it could be pride. Because, some brothers got pride issues. But you got to fight the good fight.
Yep.
Everybody's demon ain't the same.
Yep.
Some brothers have pride, but a young brother come in with pride, but maybe it's confidence.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to channel that.
Right.
All right, but at the same time, remain humble and be in order.
Yep.
But wisdom, all right? The path, the straight gate, Yahweh Shai, it keeps you within the realm of righteousness, man. And you're always being in remembrance. I'm tripping. Let me get back. Even when you fall.
Because they try to, Jay like to place blame
Yeah.
pretty much on the truth. Like, no, bro, this is the best you ever been.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, that shit hits you every day. Like, bro, you in the best position you've ever been in.
Yeah.
According to, like, just look how the rest of the world is, and just look how your situation is. You could be really fucked up out here, and the Lord is showing you
And not
mercy.
know nothing, not know the names.
Yeah.
And that's what Jake does. They get, all right, either the truth no longer benefits them or they get called out, so they blame the truth.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They blame the truth is the problem. Or One West is the big problem. One West ruined your life, and you wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Now that's the biggest problem in the One West camp. Well,
Yeah.
just like the temple, One West got polluted. The apostles told it. Tell us all about it all the time. That was the temple of that day, and it got, money got involved,
And extorting brothers.
extorting. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? Just like John the Baptist, they separated from the temple. They separated from that, and went and preached in the wilderness, and ultimately fruit eventually came.
Sure.
But we can't ignore that One West is not a part of our history.
Yeah.
Just like you can't ignore that the temple is not a part of our history. But the leadership sold out. They got corrupt. Why you think Yahweh Shai went in the temple and he turned the tables over? So we're not going to run away from our history just because bad things happen. Good happened too. That's the majority of the breakdowns that we have today stem from there. So how are we going to just say, man, you know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of nigga shit that was going on. That's what niggas do. Jake does that. What point in history didn't Jake go do too much?
All right.
Show me one. So why is it not going to be that way in this time? But the Lord always took from the bad and had a remnant of good. He always did that. So that the purpose of righteousness will be continued. And that's what happened. So we thank Yahweh Bashim Yahshua for our leadership in the men that labored before us. Because they, you know what I'm saying? That was important.
Man, they had to go through that in order for us to come. You know what I mean?
Bro, no internet. You gotta go, you want to look up a Hebrew word, you open in a book.
Yeah.
You want to go into the scriptures and find a precept, you going into a book that got the precepts. You ain't got the comfort of just pressing cross-reference.
Right.
Getting history, you go into a library, renting a book. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Write your name on the card and
Yeah.
shit. And you looking in the book, you got to read throughout the book. That takes time. But see, life was a little slower back then. So we living in a time when things are speeding up. So the Lord has given us the power of the internet, things like ChatGPT to extract information quick. But we thank the Lord for the labor of our apostles, the elders, and the bishops, and the men that labor before them. We'll never turn, you know what I'm saying? Because shit don't work out for us now, everybody wicked. Right? They're sacrificing their labor, that they're the problem. No, man. You just nasty, gorilla monsoon. Freak. Try to blame it, and now everybody else wrong.
Right. That's the process of the Lord sifting, In Matthew 20, many are called, but few are chosen. That's what the Lord do. Like you say, it's like a funnel. You fill up the funnel, and then you got a certain, a certain group or an election that goes through that small funnel.
Right. The temple was the center point of our worship and relationship with the Heavenly Father. But there came a time where it got corrupted, and the Lord separated and established His church outside of that.
Right.
See, and eventually the spirit is not fixated to a building or a temple. Eventually the Lord, when Jake starts to get proud and put too much emphasis on a particular object or a thing, the Lord, He don't like that.
Yeah.
The glory of the temple, the tabernacle, that was one glory. Now we're walking into the even better glory, where we are ultimately the temple. There's some more on that? Hell yeah, man.
So Ecclesiastes Sirach 6:25, it says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds.
See? Bow down thy shoulder to her. Read that again.
Con. Ecclesiastes Sirach 6:25, it says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds.
Be not grieved with their bonds. All right, somebody get, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Because that's ultimately why we're doing this.
Yeah.
The Apostle Paul goes into it. Go ahead. Whoever got it.
Yeah. This is 2 Timothy 2, verse 10. It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahushua with eternal glory.
Woo! So in the NLT it says, so I am willing to endure anything if it will bring salvation and eternal glory in Yahushua, even when it's not in your favor.
Yep.
You got to suffer wrongfully. You going off, the Lord, rebukes you. Even as nasty as what this nigga did, Al-Azhar, as nasty and wicked as it is, really he deserves death, right?
Yeah.
But let's say he repented the right way, humbly put sackcloth, ashes, went back to the basics in the beginning. Just really start teaching, you know what I'm saying? And sincerely repented, he could possibly be
The Lord don't have mercy on who don't have mercy on.
right. As much as we can be like, oh, this nigga got the, the burn, he's a 2/3. If he did the right thing, then what can we say? But he didn't do the right thing. Now he's on sign of the TV trying to put shame to the ministry that he was a part of all these years.
Yeah.
Because it didn't work out in his favor. And we ain't fit to talk about that nasty, stinking, musty, dookie finger nigga. But we going into it as an example in these times of what can happen to you if you stray from the path.
Yep. Gotta be humble, man.
Yeah. The scriptures say there's a shame that bringeth glory, godly sorrow, and there's a shame that bringeth pride. To where you like, hell nah, not me.
Right.
And your ego kicks in. You immediately start pointing the finger at everybody else instead of acknowledging, nigga, bro, none of us ain't shit. All of us got things we don't want the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Now, our shit ain't on that. I hope our shit ain't on that level. But we all, you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. We men. We know where we go off, and even wicked thoughts.
Yep.
See, but when the Lord exposes it, see what I'm saying? For the elect, the Lord is going to cover us. But when the Lord exposes it, that's a wake-up call.
Yep.
When he exposes what's really going on in you, shit you trying to, you got to come correct. That's the Lord. It said in the scriptures that he would do that. He would cast you down in front of the whole congregation. And Jakes, you got to know when the Lord made a move on your ass.
Yep.
You got to know when the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then what's going to stop you? And this is these unruly, badass kids who have been put in leadership positions by you weirdos seeking street cred and that thug uncle figure, nigga, you walking up the street. Come here, cuz. Y'all want that. Y'all want that in the truth.
Right.
some weird old don't be like me. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. But he's a thug, but he's always got some type, he's a complete criminal, but he always got some type of game with you.
Yeah.
That's what Jake want. Israel is like women, they want thugs. Israel likes that shit.
Yeah.
Israel is the woman of the Lord, they crave thug shit.
Yeah. Want a thug?
Yeah.
Your poet on the side.
Yeah.
Get that from your father to know. Yeah.
Right. Like Tupac, he was all over the place, but Jake embraced that shit.
Yeah.
He was like literally bipolar. He was everything. No matter, you know what I'm saying? He could be a square, he could be a poet, he was everything.
An intelligent
A thug, nigga shooting at police, spitting on the, like,
thug passion. Yeah. My boy was
that nigga had 5 years. He was a Tasmanian devil for 5 years. That 5 years, that nigga lost his mind.
Yeah.
It was the only thing the Lord could do was take him out of the picture, whether it was through him being changed, but it was too much. God damn. And he got you niggas sagging your pants. He's a big part of that.
Yeah. A lot of cats got his face tattooed on when he died. Yeah. Like, damn.
He said, if your parents don't let you sag, listen to me. Sag, you can sag through me.
Damn.
Wow.
Sagging is nigga spelled backwards, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right, but then they'll be a, well, nigga, it ain't what the mean National Identity Association. Good. See?
Good.
You know what I'm saying? This is how niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like thug. You know what I'm saying? They try to take it
A synonym for everything.
and they try to make it righteous. Look, man, follow the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Real.
So you got leaders who placate to that, and they get paid. $30,000 a month. He showed it. He was on camera. I got the video. He showed it. It's on bro Azana Moth page. He's just showing like something because he was like, "You disrespected my bag." Ariella, the dude, was like, he was like, "Nah, I made more than what you said." And this dumbass nigga was showing his account. This month I made 30,000. This month I made 20,000. Yeah, this was a bad month. I made 17,000. This is all the money he's bringing in. But the camera break, and he's on the video telling Israel, "We ain't got no money to, we need to send some money to get."
Couldn't take his big goofy ass to Best Buy. Come on, bro.
But he was on camera asking for it, so clearly you can record it.
Right.
Anyway,
He's a wild boy.
read that again.
This is 2 Timothy 2:10. It says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahushua with eternal glory."
Mm.
It is a
In the NLT real quick. So I am willing to endure anything if it will bring salvation and eternal glory in Yahweh Shai to those who God has chosen.
Boy, that's a hell of a mindset. Endure anything. That means you selfless. The knowledge ain't, because knowledge puffs you up, like the scripture said, and the knowledge gets to Jake head, man.
right.
Like he wasn't shit in the world. None of us was shit in the world. And come over here in this thing, you want to be somebody, but you didn't give yourself this understanding. You know.
That's right.
Yeah. This is Ephesians 3:13. Wherefore I desire.
I can read it. I got it.
Okay.
Ephesians 3:13. It says, "Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulation for you, which is your glory."
See? So the hell we catch, just like Yahweh Shai, the hell he caught was really for our glory. You see what I'm saying? So everything we endure, all right, ultimately is for the elect's sake. This watch, this great work, it's all for the elect's sake. Trying to keep yourself in some type of health. All right, that's for you, but ultimately the healthier you are, you better for the body. What's the use of having all this wisdom and you all sick and downtrodden and, what some brothers have their afflictions, but with wisdom, apply it. Get into the herbs, get into learn how to heal yourself. We're gonna come into a time where you're not gonna be able to go and get nothing from the devil.
Right.
So the Lord may put a spirit on you to know where some leaves are. You make your own tincture and you know what I'm saying? Make your own medicine. Learn how to make your own medicine. It's very easy. It sounds challenging, but it's very easy. It's nothing but taking the things of the earth and using a method of extraction. Plants, oil, alcohol. All right, you can get pure cane sugar alcohol, vegetable glycerin. Mix that up. Make your own medicine. Have it just sitting there.
Because we all learn to be priests, right?
Right.
Because when you have a family or by yourself, you anoint yourself and your kid and your child, and the child's mom, but you learn to become priests as well. So that's part of us getting into the herbs,
Right.
Before we get the lesson, we blessed ourselves.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So we learn to be priests and judges, man.
Right.
It's much more than just knowing that some Israelites they don't get a fucking cheeseburger at the end of the day.
Right.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Read what you got again.
You want Sirach?
Whatever you got something.
I got one.
Ephesians,
Yeah.
man.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, and I'm going to read it in the NLT, it says, "For the more we suffer for Hamashiach, the more the Most High will shower us with his comfort through Hamashiach."
See, that's a woman. A woman, especially if you got it, if she pleases you, shower her with things.
Right.
Okay? If I'm a man with billions of dollars and I got a woman that's pleasing unto me, I'm going to shower her. Well, the Heavenly Father, as our husband, he showers us, all right, well, what we need in due time. Now, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He keeps us in a position where we have to be humble, but he does shower us with a lot of heavenly gifts, man. If you're into little things, if you're into the spirit, the Lord blesses us day by day, man.
Yeah.
You know, as the scriptures say, he gives us benefits. All right, I'll look it up, but you got some more? You can break it down too.
This is back in 2 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, and verse 6.
It ain't tricking if you got it, right?
It says, even when we are weighed down with troubles, which represents those afflictions we go through, it says, it is for your comfort. And so like it is for your comfort and salvation. For when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the same things we suffer. You know, so the brotherhood, man, the brotherhood is very important, man. You know, the things that we go through, and well, first of all, the things that Mashiach went through, you know, because we were gonna have to go through and endure the same thing, that same suffering and affliction that he went through. He said we were gonna have to take up the cup, the same cup. We were gonna have to pick up the cross, same things he endured. We were gonna have to endure, man. And of course, us, we're passing that on, and we're sharing the same things to give that same comfort, man, through the scriptures, you know. And at the end of the day, it's for our consolation, which is salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep. This is Psalms. This is the book of Psalm 68:19. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. Selah. So every day, as much as you can complain, you are given benefits in the spirit. Okay, again, but this it's, again, like Usher said, it's the simple things in life we can get. If you're not in the spirit, the little things that the Lord does, especially you waking up still in your right mind, knowing the name, that alone is worthy. You have to water your house, because if you look at the world, these people are in gross darkness. Somebody get that too. But you go back to Sirach. But looking at this world, man, and still having this faith, okay, it's a miracle. We're literally each member of the elect, all of you brothers and you sisters, you're walking miracles. See? Because you're fulfilling, basically, you were born of the Holy Spirit. Your birth is tied to a legacy, all right, that was meant to forward, all right, the path of the ancients, man. The Hebrews, from the region beyond, from the past, the Hebrews are back. And this is what the whole world is shook up behind this. You know, even those who are trying to ignore it and, you know, count it as something insignificant, there's something about it that makes them either have to make it look bad or respect it if you hear it in its purest form. See, Esau is making sure a lot of these podcast platforms, you know, bring these Israelites on so that he can paint a narrative.
Right. Keep his lie going.
Keep his, you know what I'm saying? Make it just seem like some weird niggas that really don't know what they're talking about, losing debates. They go onto these podcasts and get cut. Get caught. You know, these niggas are serpents.
Yeah.
These niggas are vipers. What did the Lord say? That our people are like scorpions. So you take your ass around there thinking you fit this nigga got demons on him. He read all day. He get all, you know what I'm saying? Get massages.
That nigga chilling.
Boxing. He chilling, smoking cigars with a hat to the side. He don't get tired. So you, the saint and sinner, you go to this nigga podcast. I'm an Israelite. This nigga knows some history or asks you something and you don't know how to break it down. Through.
They'll call themselves
Get cut in front of everybody. Now the whole chat is going fast as hell, laughing at your ass.
Yep.
Super chat, they get super chat your ass on the podcast looking stupid,
sweating and shit.
close to the camera. Well, Yahuwah said. So Esau knows what to do. He knows how to, you know, because that's a part of it. We're gonna have to be numbered with these niggas, man. These weirdos marching, you know, with guns, right? With these crazy, weird doctrines. When they say Israelites, we all gonna be linked together.
Right.
And that's when that great slander is gonna turn on a lot of you guys.
Yep.
Watch.
What's gonna stay over the elect is the presence of the Lord.
Yep.
That's why you got gross daughters and people like that.
Yeah.
I'm getting real quick in NLT.
Yeah.
Isaiah 60:2 in the NLT. Darkness as black as night covers all nations of the earth, but the glory of the Lord rises and appears over you.
Woo!
So when we get lumped in together with all that, the glory of the Lord will still appear over those men. We're going to stand out anyways. You can lump us in, but the Spirit of the Lord will be upon us.
Like Yahweh Shai.
Like in the land of Egypt, when we was in the land of Goshen. We had light in Goshen, but all the rest of Egypt was darkness.
Right.
So you lump us, whatever, man. The Lord will intervene through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Where you at?
Isaiah 60:2.
Okay.
NLT, keep reading.
You think so? Or we can get Isaiah 25:7.
Yeah, 25.
Huh?
So Isaiah 25:7.
Yup. So yeah, we gonna be numbered with the transgressors, man. We gonna be numbered right with these weird, crazy. Don't y'all gotta do it amongst y'all who be pagan, you get this booty, you know?
What the Lord said, take no thought on what to say. Just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah.
He gave us the instructions how to handle it.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai came in front of the punch. He ain't say nothing. Everybody, y'all want to crucify you. He ain't. Hey, man, you just sit there, okay. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I don't do that. We don't do
I ain't
that.
saying it's all right.
This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in the mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right. Right. And what is that veil? All right. When you look up that word, it's ma sakat. All right. It says pouring libation, molten metal, cast image, drink offering, libation, molten image, molten gods, witchcraft, left hand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pseudoscience, the stuff that people fixate their minds on to believe what is true is completely wrong. These people are in darkness, man. And all of these people are around us. We work with these people. You know what I'm saying? These people are your supervisors. These people are your presidents. These people run the world. People are under a very, very serious delusion.
Right. Yeah.
And that's an aspect of the straight gate. Because through the straight gate, you still gonna have to do what Sirach is saying here. With all of these people going left, doing all this wickedness, that don't give you the right to be wicked. No, you still have to go down the straight and narrow path. Go ahead.
Back in Sirach, Ecclesiastes Sirach 6, I'll read 25 again. It says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Verse 26, it said, come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power.
Right, come to her with your whole mind, man. Have your mind. A lot of, like the apostles been saying, a lot of Jake don't realize what they're a part of. You know, a lot of y'all look at this as just, it's another fad, like the gorilla said, a movement. This ain't no movement, man.
Right.
This is this is real talk.
Life.
This is life. This is prophecy being fulfilled, man.
Right.
And if you gonna take on the burden of a teacher, what does James say? I'll get it.
And if I can add to that, Zaquan, yeah, to say this is a movement, man, and of course he said movement stop. This is prophecy being fulfilled. The Lord said he's a man that he cannot lie, and the words that he speaks, Isaiah 55:11, are not going to return to him void, but it's going to, trying to remember how it's, my words I speak shall not come back to me void, but it shall
Isaiah 55?
accomplish.
Yes.
That, whereto I sent it, the waters upon. Accomplish that whereto I sent it, man. So how can you call that a movement? That's the words of the Lord, and he's letting you know that they're going to happen. They're going to be fulfilled. They're going to come to pass, man.
So if that's the case, when Yahweh Shai died on the cross, the Bible, everything should have been done away with then. But it's extended from over there to all the way over here now. What you mean a movement stop?
Right.
It's been going since the beginning of time.
Right. The church of Yahweh Shai is prophesied to be raised up. That's what you should be looking for.
Yeah.
Where are those
Yeah.
guys? He said, I'm going to raise you up in the uttermost parts of the world. Where are they at? That's what you should be on as an Israelite.
I'm going to ask him some questions.
Right. I want to be guided by his men, Yahweh Shai's men. Those are his friends. So he has a more intimate, relationship with the men of the Lord. There's certain Israelites that know things, but the elect, the true church, have insight to the secrets. And that's what separates you from this world. But with the secrets, you have to look foolish in this world. proclaiming the secrets really make you look crazy.
Yep.
Right.
And, you know, when we really break down what we're saying, you sit back and think about it. You know, he rose from the dead.
Yep.
That's foolish in a world like this. Okay? He's going to return on a big, gigantic chariot. You know what I'm saying? That's foolish to the world.
Yeah.
The angels are so-called black men. They you know, the way they look. Because angels come, they have hands, head. Yahweh Shai has a head. How we going to have crowns if we don't have heads?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That nonsense. Oh, he's all colors. Who told you that?
Right. Yeah, he's all colors. He's a rainbow man. But the scriptures tell you a kingdom is coming on earth. That's foolish to these people.
Yeah.
And as a part of keeping our foot to the feathers, we stick to it, man. It's true.
Yeah.
We ain't turning from it.
Yeah, the Jake thing is you're gonna, you know, go into the heavens and have wings, have a big ass stomach, and be flying around like Esau be portraying.
Right.
You know, those are angels, little small, little baby with curly hair with diapers on.
Right.
You know, but we say it's foolish though. But look what they talk about. That's foolish. But yet the thing is, this is a true understanding, and the Lord is blinded. So that throws everything off. When we tell the people that the Lord is coming back on the fathership, all eyes are gonna see him. Give them about 2 Ezra 13. The people like, well, what about? You know, they'll start asking about what about the white man? What about the Chinese? Well, mostly white men.
Yeah,
They don't even think about
the
them.
Chinese.
Yeah, they don't think about the damn Chinese. They think about the white man. You got to think about the Lord is coming for the elect of Israel,
Yeah.
which is like I say, so-called Black Latino Native Americans. Yahweh Shai said, "If you seen me, you have seen the Father. You look like your father."
Yep.
And Yahweh Shai came in as a so-called black man, but like you say, they go by what Esau portrayed him
Right.
and say, you know, this is the image right here.
And that's-
Cedric Bourget.
But that's why Jake don't, you know, they gonna get a true wake up call, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they need it.
Yeah, been playing all these games. You know, not saying, of course, I'm a man of the Lord, but bro, people see these things. Bro, when we be on different social media platforms, bro, we just keeping quiet and just not typing, just looking like, like, and they feel this way.
Right.
There ain't no bot saying that, not all the time. Now we know Esau like to
There's
get,
a lot of that stuff be bots, but
Yeah,
a lot of people talking shit.
yeah, like I'm like, nigga, you still going? Okay, bet. And the prime example, look at Brother Polite. Brother No Light, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. And everything is just continuously showing and showing, but a lot of these Jacob, the ears being made heavy, their necks are stiff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord intended for these Jakes, so like Elder Yashwamba always says, like these niggas was made for us. Like you know, it's frustrating, but it's necessary for the ministry. You know, because it's super frustrating. It's like, bro, if you a goddamn fool if you think America don't continue. I know that much. I bet my last dollar on that. You a goddamn fool if you think America is going to continue.
Right.
Yeah.
If I can add too to that whole, Quran mentioned the looking like the Father, where he said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father.
Yeah.
And the scriptures tell you what the Most High looked like. I think it's in Revelation, the 4th chapter, jasper stone, the
Yeah.
sardine stone,
Yeah.
which is a brown color. Daniel 7, it says he had the hair of the pure wool,
Polished brass.
polished brass.
Yeah.
He had a body, says he wore a garment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, there's spirits, but he has a body, he has a look. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother mentioned, how shall I say he looks like his father? You've seen him, you've seen the Father.
And then even a lot of them Edomites used to say, man, what if all this wrong we've done? I think one of the Kennedys may have said that too. But like, man, what if God is black?
Yeah.
And we done all this bullshit. We said we've been doing all this bullshit to these people, and because they put that in movies too. They know.
Right.
They know. Like they just don't know when. And Yahweh Shai don't know when, except when the Most High needs Yahweh Shai. All right, let's get it popping. You know.
Back in Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 6, in verse 27, it reads, search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go.
Let her not go. And this is where we are. All right? Because as we walk through the straight, it's going to get 2 Ezra 7. We're going to have to, you know, keep our integrity. All right, we're gonna have to prefer one another above ourselves, and we have to remember Yahweh Shai, man. And these type of things need to be talked about. We can go into deep breakdowns, we can go into prophecies and show you, you know, but if your mind ain't right, that's concerning this sacrifice, you ain't gonna make it. You know? And the beauty is not of us. See, the fear comes when you think it's of yourself. Because how are we gonna get through something as crazy as what this devil was doing? How? I don't, there's no plan. Even certain situations you're in life, you wanna have a solution for it, but it only bugs you out to try to have a solution for it. You know, to walk without a solution, that's a vexation to the spirit. But there's certain things you just have to leave into the hand of the Lord.
There's a point. It's a heavy chapter. I got a lot of highlighted verses. So, Rich, you want me to start?
You basically, you could just read the hell shit. I'm messing around. Get it.
At the top. Let me start at the top.
Oh, I thought you said you had a preset.
Oh no, the second Ezra and
Oh.
yeah, chapter 7.
Yeah. We can start at the top.
Okay, come on. Oh, did y'all have anything else? Good. This is second Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me in the nights afore. Verse 2. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. Verse 3. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then he said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. Verse 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Right. It's like you showed him a big, beautiful sea.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have dominion over this. This is gonna be your swimming pool.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's the swimming pool, how much more the rest of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only way to get to it, to rule it, you have to go through what's set before you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We've been promised this great, you know what I'm saying, this great blessing, but there's also the promise of this is what you're gonna have to do.
Yep.
You see, and you know what Jake talking about, we in a new covenant, you have to go through, there's a path you gotta go through. Something can be yours and promise, right? But you still, again, I use the example of boxers. They can agree on terms, all right?
Right.
They can say you're gonna get this, even if you win this amount of rounds, you get this much of a bonus. If you get a knockout, you get this much of a bonus. You still gotta get your ass in the ring
Right.
and fight.
Yeah.
You want to receive the first.
You just can't run out of it.
You just can't say, well, nigga, I'm already a millionaire. I already got extra $1 million. I already know, nigga, you got to get in the ring and fight.
Yeah.
Incentives.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have the prenuptial, you know, we have the prenuptial. We know what we're promised.
Yeah.
But there's still an aspect, you know what I'm saying, where we got to go through the necessary means to get it.
Yeah. Based off your performance.
Right.
That's a reward. That's
Yeah.
an achievement.
Right.
You know, you gotta be recognized. You gotta go through that. You gotta go through certain obstacles to achieve your reward. So
Right.
that's what we do to receive.
It's kind of like when you clocking in at work.
Yeah.
Bro, that's an agreement. Your name and that time stamp, you're now on the clock. You have to perform for this or that amount of 7 to 8 hours or whatever shift you got. You have to perform. And once you clock out, you're done for the day.
Right, because the promise was made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but the blood of Yahweh Shai sealed the deal.
Yep.
Because it was told to Abraham, in your seed shall all of the families of the earth be blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was promised to Abraham, but it's through the blood of Yahweh Shai that we have access to that promise.
Right.
But through that, there's still a walk we have to walk.
Yep.
Man. You know what I'm saying? But we know what we're promised.
That's right.
And you believe in the blood, so what do? You stick down that straight and narrow path, man.
Right.
But with that, you gotta keep your integrity, you gotta keep your mind, because sometimes you be wanting to lose your mind in this place.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got a woman or women got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Children, a job,
It's people in general.
people in general. People who need you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was at AutoZone getting a belt for the car. The way this car, the way the Mexican was just handling me with my money and shit. Bro, I was seconds away from slapping this dude with that belt in my hand. But ain't got to stop me, bro. I can stop the piss out that Mexican, bro. I just snapped the receipt out. I had to get up out of there, bro. I'm about to slap this dude with this belt, man.
PJ Mojado.
Motherfucking taco eating ass nigga. Shit. I'm gonna stop the hell out that motherfucker, bro. I was like, bro, we gotta get up out of here, bro. People just vex you, man. You think handling me rough, I ain't doing something, I'm being polite and shit, bro. Man, I
Should have pulled out a cup of ice on him. Then they got started running. They didn't want to see ice. Shaking it. That quick stop ice. I was little over there, shaking it, motherfucker. I gotta run out there. See, you're what I'm saying, no.
But you know what, man?
Yeah.
A lot of those actions, people are getting judged for that.
Yeah.
Like Jake at our job was talking hot and heavy to somebody he shouldn't have, and it was already on thin ice. But we happened to find out after he no longer with us. Nigga got fired on my off day. I came back. He go.
They don't say that.
Yeah. And then they read what happened, and that's what's gonna happen. See, judgment ain't gonna hit you live and direct like that. It's gonna hit you live and direct, but you can't have a timestamp on your how much shot, man. And that's what people fail to realize. It ain't, you know, we all knew coming up, we fuck up at school. Damn, that was the slowest walk home ever. You was about to get your ass beat. But see, now everybody still forget. You still got to go to the grocery store. If your tire blow out, you still got to change it on the side of the road. You know, and people don't really grasp the judgment of the Most High, man.
Right.
You know, the Lord judged a coworker of mine, man, over the weekend. About to lose his leg. On the side of the road, him and his friends is changing a tire. He's a very thin guy, so his leg got crushed. See, the Lord ain't playing, bro. And that's the wake up call a lot of these people gonna get, man.
Right. Real talk.
Yeah.
The Lord, man, the Lord, don't play with the Lord, man. Look at what he doing to people.
Yeah.
People are losing. And then getting on cameras telling you they losing. Like, I just lost.
Crying, bro.
Crying.
People. It was a woman who hit the record button the other day because I believe she's raising an autistic child.
Oh, man, yeah, I see
You
that.
seen that? It was just like I looked at it for like 5 seconds. I couldn't watch that.
Bad.
Yeah, she's out of.
You got to
But
clean his shit up. He's
Yeah.
shit, you know.
yeah, but she's responsible for him. If he don't have no help, he through.
Drop him off at the fire station.
Nah, I think it's a larger like child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga grown. That's grown shit balls. This nigga
Oh, man.
retarded shit. You been walking in the retarded shit. Oh my goodness, this nigga. So she just hitting the thing. She was screaming.
Yeah.
So people are in straits, man.
Yeah.
People are losing out here. People are so detached that their family ain't taking them in. They just going
Yeah.
on the streets where they just nobody even checking for them. It's a cold world out here.
Yeah. Very much so.
So to be tied to this ministry, the men of the Lord, and have access, you know, to help
Yeah.
in this time even, and people who care about you, or
Right.
people who go be there for you,
Yeah.
in some shape, form, or fashion that are helping you get by the day to day, whether it be spiritually,
Yeah.
all right, somebody
Just
financially,
being to it,
or
brother.
whatever, or anything, and
Yeah.
just being, just you know,
That's right.
it's a blessing, man.
Brother,
That's right.
Yeah.
Because there are people out here with nothing.
Yeah.
Christianity failed them.
Oh, Christianity, like the priest Bashai talked about.
Oh, yeah.
He said when the prophets of Baal found out that their gods no longer worked, they started crashing out. As a matter of fact, that's I'm gonna Dion now.
Yeah, that's that.
Travis Hunter, you know, intercept that.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter.
Take that to because it's like that's true. The prophets of Baal, when you read about them, was those was Israelites,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much once they figured out their God wasn't working, they start cutting themselves. They crashed out. So we're seeing that that's what's happening to these people. They're figuring out that everything that I thought was true and believed in is either a detriment to me or is completely not true. Feminism, being a thug, none of this it doesn't work. It's dry. Like even being the Crip thing, it's played out. Your big grown ass, I'm gonna wear all blue. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hold your feet and different weird, but it's like, well, okay.
It was our color anyway.
Arguing over crayons.
Yeah.
Like, my color, look at my color. You don't wear your color where I'm from, cuz. What's so cool about that?
Yeah. This Jake who really came up in that, who trying to get out that light, bro. Jake who came up in that, they are not amused.
Yeah, but they pass out turkeys. Nigga, Nino Brown passed out turkeys. All the worst niggas in the world, all because they got a conscience.
Right.
They always, and then what are you doing? You giving a homeless person a frozen turkey. What are you gonna do with it? But sell it and get some crack. Or one of the fat boys. I ain't gonna say no names. Somebody had one of them big beers.
Oh,
In the 90s.
oh man.
64
Joints,
ounces.
them gold, what was the golden?
Old English.
Old English.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
The big gallon jug.
Somebody had one last week. It wasn't OD. But, you know what I'm saying? All they gonna do, a homeless nigga with a frozen turkey.
Right.
And you taking pictures with him, like, okay, well, what are you gonna do with
That's
it?
crazy, bro.
Got no stove there, no
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I ain't even thought about that.
What are you gonna do?
You know, now you have certain families who do have an oven and, you know, they just need a little help. But you passing out turkeys to the homeless. Very rarely do they cook. Sometimes they cook for them. But then it's to celebrate some wicked holiday.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man. The Crips, the Bloods, being in the gang.
Folks.
Bro, the Lord is judging these rappers. Every time you look up, it's a rapper running from a bullet, getting shot in the ass, the head, getting life,
Yep.
getting indicted, wearing a dress, painting his fingernails. These dudes, the rap is done.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to certain older rap. You know what I'm
And
saying?
hip hop, yeah, damn, rap.
Yeah, but then this new shit, hell no.
Yeah.
You know, some of it you may work out to. Okay, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But after that, I ain't feeling. I'm not. That ain't.
That gets no play in
That
this
gets no
ride.
play in this ride. It's very few. You may get one of those songs in the
cadence.
workout playlist.
Yeah.
You know, one will come every like 5-7 songs. You get a little nigga song.
That nigga ain't talking about shit. It's just a beat. Just a beat.
It's demonic, but it really, that music has really guided these young niggas towards complete and utter darkness now.
Yeah.
They understand that shit. They know what he's saying. We hear, we like, what the fuck he's talking about? Them little young niggas know everything he's saying. With a hoodie on, they walk in, and here it is, it be 200 degrees, this nigga got a hoodie on and some clocks.
Bro, mask on.
That rap music did that shit to them, man. It turned them into complete, monsters.
It's 95 degrees out here with a hoodie on, bro.
And a Pooh Shiesty mask.
And he don't sweat. Like if we did that shit, we would have sweated. Like, yeah.
Having dizzy spells. I gotta sit down.
So all of that worldly gang shit, that shit's stupid, man.
Played out.
Where we at?
I was still a second. Ezra's.
The straight game. That's a part of the straight game.
Yeah,
You gotta
right.
deal with niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know, boy, yeah.
In the Jake is proof that there's a God, bro.
Yeah. Very much so.
Niggas are proof that there's gotta be a higher power, bro. Go ahead.
It's back in 2nd Ezra chapter 7, back in verse 5. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Right. And where verse did you start at?
I started back in verse 5.
Yeah. Read start at 6 again.
Come. This is back in verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
All good things. Perfect city.
Yeah.
Imagine your perfect city, because I'll be sitting there thinking about that. If the Lord blesses me with a region of the earth, let's say the Lord tells each 144, you control this region of the earth, that's yours. You control this region, and then under him, you can then give inheritance to the, some of the large multitude. All right, y'all, set them up. What would I do with the certain regions of the earth? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would I put there? How would it smell? What would what kind of animals? You know what I'm saying? How would the water taste? Because I would imagine each region is going to be decked out and it's going to be a different experience of each, you know what I'm saying? This brother's spirit. Because each of the 144 were created for something special. So just imagine the Lord then gives them dominion over certain regions of the earth. I sit and think, how would I, like if you had Dallas as a whole, or Texas as a whole, you know what I'm saying? With this mind, you'll be like, damn, in the kingdom, you're gonna have all the answers. So, but what would you do with it? Because look what Esau did with it. This nigga tear down something and build a smoke shop. Bro, you be like, oh, they building something over there? A month later, it's a smoke shop.
Nigga,
Chicken, Chipotle. Nigga, we don't need no more Chipotle. What you about to say?
Nah, yeah, nigga tear down a T-Mobile and put a smoke shop. They literally did that. Well, man, it's like, I said, I'm paying my bill online for sure after I seen that. Oh man, they used to be super close. I just used to
Yeah,
get over
right
there.
there, but now it's a smoke shop.
Right.
Like, why you making a smoke shop? I wouldn't do that. If I had control, I would build something else. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, he's not a righteous man.
Yeah.
So he's telling Ezra, look, this great city is promised unto you, full of all good things, fruit that we've never heard of, fruit that you can only get where I'm from. You got to come to my island and see this animal and have this fruit. That's how I think about the kingdom. Water tastes like this where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? My daughters and the offspring, they're going to be a special kind of beautiful. You know what I'm saying? To get one of my daughters, they're going to be, like I said, Job's daughters was like bad. It said that Job had some of the most beautiful daughters in the East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Go ahead.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand side and on the left a deep water.
See? So the only way you're going to get to it is to pass through that. You're like, oh, I want this. Oh, this is beautiful. I can't wait. All right, well, this is how you get there.
Right. Just like when Jay get that first down
Yeah.
and they point straight forward.
Yeah. The neck roll.
Yeah.
That's the day I came up.
Yeah.
The nigga had the arm pad, the neck roll,
Yeah.
raising the roof. Niggas don't even raise the roof no more, man. The earth is played out. It ain't fun no more.
No, it's not.
You just
Yeah.
eat, work out,
Yeah.
you bust you one here and there, and that's it. That's life now. It's like you don't wake up with, that feel when you was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's daytime. Whee!
Yeah.
Durable as fuck, man.
That's left.
It's not there no more, bro. You try to have it here and there, but very rarely do you just feel like, yes, I'm just happy to be alive. You have those mornings sometimes. You wake up with energy throughout the whole day. But it's like, shit, this ain't cool no more.
They go eat an omelet,
Yeah.
feel rejuvenated, whatever. But it's just so far few in between, man. This place is done.
Out of there.
Pressure of the world, it seems like everybody walking around with zombies. Zombies that loaded up on all type of prescription meds and stuff. They walk around with zombies and they ready to explode.
Yep.
Like in World War Z, zombie that was running. That's how the world is now. It seems like everybody's ready to snap it in a minute.
Yeah.
In a minute's time, they just ready to snap.
Because remember, when C-19 came, when all that died down, everything going back to normal. And it never did.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers wore out. They like, man, like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the mask coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's take it back. take back that raw dog in the air.
They anticipating that moment, it never came. Now they like, man, and they got worse after that.
It got a little bit normal and people got more proud, but we're living at the time where the Lord is like, all right, things are getting ready to change.
Yeah, boy. Yep.
You know?
Yep. Carbon is the carbon
Yeah.
Princeton, you know, all these executive orders and stuff,
Right,
man.
right. It's a method to that madness. They're just gradually bringing you there. At the same time, they're keeping your mind captivated with all type of weird, freaky, bizarre stories that just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of them wicked.
Yeah.
All of these people are wicked.
That's right.
Okay? This is the sodomite seat. This is the spiritual Sodom in Egypt. So the rulers rule by a moral code. This is a wicked priesthood. Hollywood, it's a Babylonian church. So it's tied to sex rituals.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, sacrifices. That's what they do. And we're here. We're in this shit.
Yeah, look at this.
You know? So what you gonna do? Go ahead.
Come. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right. So so it's fire on one side, there's water on the other side. And the only way to get through is so tight that only the one man can go at once. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
First and second death on each side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like working at your own salvation too.
Wow.
So you're working at your own salvation. So each brother, gotta have that, that elder bond is going to have that individual relationship with the Most High.
Right.
Yep. And Yahweh Shah showed us how to do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He really went through it and was glorified.
Yeah.
He took the death. Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
There's a scripture that said you'll hardly find a man that'll die for his good friend. You know what I'm saying? But he died for all of us. That's a good friend right there.
Yeah.
But the way he did it was so cold because it took him literally giving his life up
Yeah.
in order to get the prize. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. Like, this is the greatest movie ever written. These scriptures, no book, when you understand it for what it really is, nothing ties to this.
That's right.
And it's hidden from people because you just open it in the beginning. And it's like, most people don't understand what that means. Most Israelites don't even understand what that means.
That's the part because we're reading out of the Apocrypha right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Jake talking about the Apocrypha is a fake book. The Maccabees never says, thus saith the Lord. Well, neither does Hebrews.
Yep.
Neither does Esther. Neither does a few books that y'all declare the word of God.
Yeah.
Like Esther, that's history.
Yeah. Daniel, that's history.
Right. So you think you're going to just open, you go finish Malachi and skip to Matthew. And then you're gonna have a grip over the Paul's writings, the Gospels.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know what you're talking about. That's a big chunk of the movie just gone.
Right.
So then you open from Malachi, the priest getting cursed out. You're talking about I'm gonna send John, Isaiah the prophet.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you open, and then you Matthew.
Yeah.
That's 300, close to 400 years of history just gone.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you gonna know what you're reading about?
Yeah,
If you're
right.
following, this is a story.
That's right.
So how do you take 300 years of history? That don't matter. You don't ask yourself, why was Yahweh Shah at the Feast of Dedication? What's the Feast of Dedication?
Right.
Where would that come from? You gotta read the Apocrypha, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do a video going into the Apocrypha. I've been having it sitting in the idea of it for years, honestly. But it's just the spirit ain't jumping. But I seen this big wet lip nigga all on the screen talking about the Apocrypha, so I'm gonna get on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in.
It's like the Sadducees and Pharisees. It just starts off and all of a sudden, you got the Sadducees, you got those sects.
Yeah.
You gotta know where it came from, what the Maccabees. You gotta go to the
Right.
Bible for it to see that language.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
How did these scribes, Pharisees, Essenes, Sadducees pop up? Where did they come from? Why is Paul emphasizing Jew nor Greek? Now, out of all of the nations on the earth, Jew nor Greek. So people just, the white man to be saved. There's more, what about Ham? Greek, which Greek really ain't a nationality. It's tied to a landmass, all right? But Jew nor Greek, why is it saying that? Why is it emphasizing on that? You won't know lest you have the Apocrypha, man.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
Come. This is back in
So
second.
we gotta go through the only way there is, and Jake is trying, somebody get that, ye who put far off the evil day, we get a few more and close it out.
Come. This is back in Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
So if you don't go through the danger set before, how are you gonna receive the inheritance? And this is a condition of the battle. This is just how the Lord wrote the movie up. And it don't feel good to know it's coming. It's not a great feeling to know, okay, do you think it was a good feeling for Yahweh Shai to know? It's not the best feeling, it's not the best thought. But you can't put it off, man.
Yeah, it's like the so-called birds and the bees talk with your son. You can't put it off, and then if you come home with a with a child at a young age, can't be mad because you the one who put it off.
Right.
You gotta have that that honest conversation, that look in the mirror. This is verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Verse 11. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
See, so the world was made for us to run, man. But since Adam's fall, we've had to go through a path of decay and mortality and death, so that we can fully understand and be able to judge it.
That's right.
That's a hell of a, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like he could have just gave it to us, but the way he gave it to us through a very, it's peculiar.
That's right. Peculiar.
It's different, like, whoa. He took us through a path. He put us in all these captivities. He gave us the law while we were under the curse of Adam, which was a setup. So we're in, perpetual bondage to death and failure. But through the blood of Yahweh Shai, we now have a chance back at life, man. Adam, he failed, but Yahweh Shai didn't fail. Yahweh Shai got it right.
Yeah.
Adam failed, Solomon failed. Those were the two heads of our nation, and because of their failures, are we in this mess?
Yeah, right.
Technically, Adam, through his fall, we now have to suffer decay, mortality, confusion, doubt. It's a condition of the battle. Through Solomon, eventually we were kicked out of the land. We went into all of these different captivity, Assyrian, Babylon. That happened after Solomon's fall. Right. So really, through that spirit, we're bound, to hell. But through that spirit, also, we came back and got it right. We now have access at life again.
But now that interest is narrow now.
It's narrow, ain't the same.
Ain't the same.
It was given to Adam.
Given to Adam,
Given
Adam
to
went
Solomon.
off, the world came under the Lord's judgment. Okay, Yahweh Shai, now the interest is like, okay. You got the same thing, but boy, only one man can travel this road alone down there.
Right. Yep.
It's a balancing act.
Bro, it was given to Adam and Solomon, like literally. It's yours here. Yahweh Shai earned it. You know what I'm saying? But now, there's a lesson, just like he had to learn obedience. Now it's our turn. So we have to, and Jake, I'm gonna read this, Amos 6:3 in LT. You push away every thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer. Jake don't want to deal with the reality of what's getting ready to happen here.
What is this?
Amos 6:3, ye that put far off the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come near. Jake wants to be comfortable. They don't understand the Adam, the fall of Adam and what we're bound to through him. And they don't understand it. they still looking at the pleasure aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then-
that was the problem. Go ahead.
with Solomon.
Yeah.
When in the third, what did it say? Third time's a charm. What did Yahushua do? He was steadfast with following the will of Yahweh.
Right.
Didn't have no woman. His woman was his truth. So that third time was a charm.
He was prudent.
Yeah, he was prudent. He put off the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Amos 6:4. How terrible for you who sprawl on ivory beds and lounge on your couches, eating the meat of tender lambs.
He sprawled out. Eating this shit. In a row, baby.
From the flock and of the choice calves fatted in the stall. You sing trivial songs to the sound of the harp and fancy yourselves to be great musicians like David. This is Jake, man.
That's Jake. Yeah. They dance in the living room, eating. Come on, baby.
Right, but these Israelites, they
Yeah,
really
they-
think you don't want to be rap stars.
Yeah.
And brother, don't get it twisted. Brothers rap. You don't suppress brothers' talents. Brothers need an outlet to do things, but Jake just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be no rap star, bro.
You about to stream 2 million on your first night, bro.
You not.
Not happening.
Not even 2,000. Like you do, okay. Some of it sounds okay, but a lot of it is trash.
Yeah.
Especially deacon shit. That shit trash. I'm not no hater, bro. If your music, if you got, I'm gonna give you credit. You know, a few tracks he sounded decent on, but that dude ain't got it. Gorilla, he tried to rap. Dog, these dudes are trash. Beats be mediocre to all right, but trash.
I ain't grew up on y'all, bro. I ain't listen to
You
this
listen to that shit. I'd rather listen to ODB. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
I really listen to Poison Clan and shit.
Right, Arrested Development, Mr. Window, all that shit. Don't listen to you niggas, man. Cause y'all ain't right. It says, you drink wine by the bowlful and perfume yourselves with fragrant lotions. You care nothing about the ruin of your nation. Therefore, you will be led away as captives suddenly. All your parties will end.
Ooh, boy.
See? And this is what's about to happen to our people, judgment. But we got to stay on the straight and narrow path, man.
Yep. Stay in the house of what I say, the mirth and what is it?
The house of feasting and the house of mourning.
Morning, yep. Jake 2/3 in the house of Dan Mirth right now. They still on that same shit.
Right, because we're all in situations where we're in the flesh, like, shit, this sucks. This ain't cool. This ain't cute no more. Like, life used to have a little cuteness to it. This shit is not cute. Bro, it's not cool no more. So there's an aspect that you like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you feel like you're gonna lose it. Imagine if we didn't have this truth. We would be these very people we laughing at.
Yep.
Okay, we would be these people. We would be crashing out. I know I would be crashing out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
You know, chick be like, stop. No, I ain't stopping. I'll keep going. Back it out. Never get soft the whole time. We'll crash out.
Yeah.
If the Lord didn't get us out of here, bro, if we didn't have the Holy Spirit, I'd be in jail, bro.
Something home to something. Man.
At some point, we would crash out.
Right.
Because what you gonna do here?
Yeah, that's why the Lord removed what was that, Enoch, right?
Yeah, you got to get him out of
Yeah,
there.
because you become what? You become a product of your environment.
Right.
Right.
Eventually, it's so wicked, and what he planned to do is so bad. If the Lord didn't get us out of here, we would die. Like,
Flesh
we'd
left to be saved.
be through.
Yep. So he got to speed up the times.
Yeah.
Like, man, our spirit can't take how this shit going on. You don't have to put another, like Joshua and Caleb, put another spirit in them when they spawn out the land.
Yeah.
We spawn out the land right now. That's why I'm doing videos. Yep. They got to turn us up. As the left hand side increases, we gonna have to get increased
Right.
to match that energy that makes the Most High and the Son balance.
Yeah, the Shabbat's coming up like faster and faster. I'm like, man.
Bro, new moons are coming fast.
Yeah.
This weekend,
I'm
Yeah,
we in
the
the
24th.
Yeah, the 24th. Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday, Sunday out to Friday. Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, when that Saturday start getting on them Fridays, Them Saturdays and Sundays, boy, you gotta go home. You ever seen that new moon video? You're like, that's a demon.
Yeah.
That's the flesh. We gotta get out of here. Because sometimes you go, no, Con, I get on the other.
Well, you know, take me so you don't judge a man by his, like, hey, bro, say it, bro, no, and sit down, bro.
Sit down and get a bottle of something chill, bro.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah. As long as you ain't kicking it 7 days a week, bro.
Yep.
You got 6 days, but that's 7. You know, you have to have a day to show reverence to y'all.
I just kind of land back on Second
Yeah,
Ezra 7.
close
This
it
is
out, man.
Luke 13 and verse 24. It says, strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able.
Yeah, he's quoting Esdras.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh Shai is quoting Esdras here. Where do you think he got the concept of the straight gate? He read Esdras' writings.
Right.
The men of the Lord read these writings, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Daniel knew what was getting ready to happen in Babylon? He read the writings of Jeremiah. He said it. In the 3rd year of such and such, I was reading the books of Jeremiah, and it came to pass that this prophecy was fulfilled. Boom. So Yahweh Shai, read that again.
This is Luke 13 to 24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able.
Right, so strive to enter through the straight gate, because there's many people. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta do a lesson on a vision I had where pretty much some of us were grabbed up, and they said you can bring 4 people with you, 4 or 5, and pretty much the way what they did, they took us to this beautiful island, this beautiful place, and they had certain brothers break the Bible down for them. You know what I'm saying? But it was cold because AI told brothers like they plan on getting this information and saving it and having it to themselves for the ages to come, but they plan on blowing this island up.
Yep.
And there was an aspect of them trying to figure out how in the story can they get mercy. It was a vision I had, a dream, but we coming into them times, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, keep, the main thing, man.
That's right.
Always remember the straight gate. When you catching hell, all right, we just read what Paul said, I endure all things for the elect's sake, man. You bear it, you take it. You know?
Right.
You ultimately keep your integrity because a situation is unpleasant or because you can point the finger at somebody, that doesn't give you the right to react out of the spirit. You still gotta be in the spirit.
Yep.
And this world is getting ready to challenge us and pull us in ways that are very, very different than what we knew.
Yep.
But this is what this grace period was for, to build ourselves up, man.
Right.
And the beautiful thing is it's not really in our hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to guide his elect. He's going to feed us. He's going to put us in the necessary position to win. He's going to put the spirit in you to make the right decision. Okay? That's pertaining to the salvation, man. Okay? So.
Yeah. Like I say, he's the door, as it says in John 10. When Yahushua blood, like I said, through his blood, through his accomplishment, he paved the way through that fire and that water in 2 Ezra 7. For us to get to that narrow path, and he's the door when we get there. But his blood is, like you said, when you put like a trail, somebody to follow. That was the path through that fire and that water. So through Yahweh Shai is how we're gonna get through that narrow, that straight gate, position of difficulty. But like it says in what it say, broad is the way to lead to destruction, Matthew 7. People don't want to go through that. They don't want to go through that position of difficulty. So they going through where it's thinking they're gonna be comfortable with, but that's gonna lead to what? Destruction. They're gonna go further into the water or further into the fire.
Yeah, but Yahweh Shai left the clues.
Yep. Yeah. Blood.
Left clues, his blood, right?
This is Matazah Lacham, 144K, Hebrews 4 and 15. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. So we're going to be in times of need. But the beauty is the Lord been with us, man. Okay, it ain't been, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, it don't feel the best, but the Lord has been with us, bro.
Right.
I know everybody, even brothers and certain sisters on the comment board, I know you have testimony. The Lord been with us. He been with us, bro. As much as we can complain, he's been with us, bro. He been with, he's gonna be with us. Cause really, that's the only answer. Ain't no plan B.
Right.
Ain't no plan B in this thing. That's what the Lord, he wants us to think like that. The people who gonna fall by the wayside got a plan B. Well, if this don't work out, like the deacon said, if this YouTube thing goes away, I got a lot. At some point, I'm just not gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna just live my life. Showing his houses and his car and all that. They got a plan B. That's why they're really putting far off the evil day. Jacobs don't want the end to come like that, man.
Exactly. Because they're getting some little so-called success here. Little weak-ass success, little used up broads, used up vehicles, and used up homes.
Right.
Kudos to you.
There's got no rulership here. You still are having someone over you that is the wicked. That's what we got to look at.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have none. What are we enjoying for having a house or a car that can burn up tomorrow?
You don't own the land.
You don't own the land. You got to pay for that as well.
If you don't work, you can't, people buy these homes, you can't enjoy these homes, but you gotta go to work to make the payments.
Yeah.
And you got the weekend to enjoy your home. You got 48 hours, but you work, no, you got 32 hours to enjoy your home, but you working 6 hours a week
Right.
to keep this motherfucker over your head. Basically, it's a tombstone,
Yeah.
like it speaks of in Sirach. A man that, it's rough to paraphrase, a man that borrowed money from the bank for a home is like his burial, some shit like that, but, you know, rough paraphrasing that. Yeah, mortgage mean debt.
Yep.
You work so hard for that shit, yeah, man.
You don't own the allodial title.
Nope.
Okay, you got land, you got Jake, man. My family got land. What y'all gonna do with it? Why ain't y'all doing that? Well, she just sitting in land.
I got millions.
Land, okay, we'll build something, a soda shop, something. It's just land. Because we in hell, you don't have time to tend to a land. You know what I'm saying? This situation doesn't afford you we're not men in this society. The system of Edomite supremacy has you as in a position of a boy. You tiptoeing around your woman. You tiptoeing around the earth trying to get a little cheese off the trap so that the trap don't fall on you. You live like a little mouse in this place. You nibble a little cheese off the trap, and you move back, you wiggle around. You know what I'm saying? It's not a man, dude. We ain't living as men.
Right.
But through the Holy Spirit, we've been made men, man, and we girded up our loins and stood on our feet. But this system, this is trash.
Right.
Now niggas got podcast mics.
It went crazy.
I'm tired of the podcast now. Every time you pull up something, you see somebody talking.
I'm tired of it. It's too much. It's like, all right, bro. And you try to, sanitize your street. What's that? Your algorithm.
The algorithm, yeah.
From niggas, but it's just always there.
It's just always there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, man, just find you somebody that you like and that like you and build. It ain't that goddamn serious, man. You gonna go 50-50, nigga. This ain't the 60s. This ain't the 20s. You know what I'm saying? US baby, you look.
You go pay, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's the way of the world.
For real.
You may find here and there a man that's able to take care of everything, but you damn sure go share them.
Yep.
For real. You be the only one.
You get a man in that position, you go share them.
Yep.
But even that, the multiple women thing, now that you grow in the spirit, it's like you got it take resources.
Yeah.
Women take resources, they take time, they need attention, they need to ride. You get older and you in this thing, it's just like, I see what Paul was talking about. I see why your house shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just best to just deal. You got one and be faithful to your woman. Fuck around. The women will love that message.
I don't know who that message.
But I see, this ain't the time to be worried about multiplying women like that, man.
Right.
And they looking too. They there. They ready.
They ready.
So brothers, be careful.
Yes.
All right. You had something?
Oh, I got one just kind of make that point of we don't have it's dealing with getting this knowledge and
Wow.
being able to study, but
Money, energy, attention, and time. That's what women take.
right.
Even if you ain't paying for it directly, your gas money, your
Or
time,
attention.
you pay.
Yeah.
Women are. I'm learning.
Cause that's the new currency now, attention.
Mhm.
Attention is the new currency.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of energy to give you motherfuckers.
They putting it out there too.
Man.
I'm learning a lot about women. I don't so much talk to them these days, but I'll be
Kinda
listening
listen
to
more.
them a lot. We're watching them, how they maneuver.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at the division no more.
Yeah.
Because I understand now
Yeah.
the position she's in, how East, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit is they wicked. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I understand more this system and how Esau set them up, how they are. You know. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Sirach, Ecclesiastes Sirach 38, and I'm gonna read verse 25. It says, "How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the gold, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks?" Basically, showing that you have to have time. You know what I'm saying? Which the elder was going into. We don't really have a lot of time in this kingdom, man. Brothers always, working and just got the what is it of this life, dang, what's the word?
Looks like you're enjoying it.
Well, that's not the word though.
The
Yeah.
ins and outs.
No. That's I can't remember that. Damn, I can't remember that word. But basically, what is it?
Rudiment.
Not the rudiments, not that. Damn, it's damn, I can't think. It won't come to me right now. But yeah, basically the things of this life.
The affairs.
Is it the affairs? Maybe the affairs. Yeah, the affairs of this life. But I think it's another word they use it though. But it's basically the affairs. Yeah, not being caught up in the affairs of this life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's not a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. Matter of fact, read the scripture before that. Yeah, the verse before. Verse 24 it says, "The wisdom of leisure.
Yeah.
The pleasures, affairs. We don't have leisure. We don't have the time.
You don't have
You know what I'm saying?
like that.
But you need time. That's why when we get in the kingdom, we're going to have that time because we're going to be set up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be sovereign. We're going to have basically everything is going to belong to us. We're these people.
You're gonna be able to spoil your wife.
Right.
Why? I'm gonna spoil my women.
Right.
I don't give a damn what y'all say. You fly to my island, tell me I'm doing too much. Get your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? My women are gonna be decked out. They're gonna smell good. It's gonna be beautiful. But now it's like you don't have resources. You need resources to have a wife. You need resources. I'm learning that.
Yeah. And time.
To have multiple wives, you need land.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need a place to go. You need a place to put them, set them up. You know what I'm saying? They're not virgins. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, you look at the situation we're here in Babylon. It's like, wow,
Very unique situation.
this is unique. I'm doing more thinking these days. I find myself just kind of analyzing things like, wow, okay. That's wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Wisdom, now you've proven, how you would have did things different, mistakes you made, you gotta, anyway.
Time. So going into that leisure, you gotta have that leisure, and really that leisure, we gotta put more into this right now. We gotta put more into this. So Sirach, Ecclesiastes Sirach 38:24 says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure," that time that we really don't have right now. It says, "And he that hath little business shall become wise." So, having that time, that you gotta take away from, like Jake out here, trying to chase the dollar. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're about, chasing the dollar bill.
That takes money, that takes time.
It takes time, energy, exactly. Money to make money. You gotta have money to make money.
Hustling.
Exactly, hustling, all those things. But the point being, right now we gotta put that leisure and time that really Jake don't have right now. We gotta put that into this. So like the Kanye, there's a Kanye and Kanye going into trying to chase like a whole lot of women, and try to have all these women. We don't have time, bro. Your time needs to be on social media, man. Putting it into this knowledge, man. That's why I said learn, man. Coming by way of opportunity of leisure, man. You know what I'm saying? That means you gotta have the time to put into this. If you put into all these other things, you're not gonna have time for this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, that time factor is
Time is
major.
short.
And time is short, exactly. That's a major theme in this, what we're part of right now. We don't have a lot of time, and we gotta put the majority of that time into this. You know, so all of that chasing a whole lot of women and all that, nah, man.
Yep, it's just a
not
bunch of
time.
sex, and they just keep on coming. The back teeth cavity showing, you like, okay, goddamn. Then you gotta go do the same thing for another one. Then you gotta do the same thing for another one. Then one of them wanna go here. Well, I wanna eat this. I wanna do this. I need time. Good morning. Good fucking morning. Hi. God damn. Then they get mad you don't respond to the good morning.
Right.
Or you want to do some other thing, or you want to be with somebody
I
else.
haven't heard from you all day. Motherfucker, you okay?
It's okay not to talk every day. It's okay. Shit. It's okay.
Every year. I ain't got to talk to you every year. Oh, man. So be mindful, man, brothers, with your rods in these times. It's different out here. It's time to adjust. You know, as brothers, this food wearing us out, man. You got to really lock into the spirit. Take care of yourselves. Okay, you don't have no whack ass terrible diet. You know, but even the food that's supposedly good, even it jacks you up.
Yeah.
You try to eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a no-win situation. But I'm gonna go out fighting. Don't let Babylon, the great Homer Simpson, you know what I'm saying, turn you to Homer Simpson. The brothers from Mississippi said, you know what I'm saying?
Teams and burns.
Just turn you into Homer. You just look at that nigga. He threw. You know what I'm saying? Al Bundy.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, we here to fight. We've been given the Holy Spirit to fight. And the goal is to conquer death, man, because to hell with death. Death is old. You should be tired of death, man, at this point in the game, man. Death is played out. I'm ready to live and actually enjoy the earth, man.
Right.
So with that, we'll give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hope y'all were built up in the spirit.